So let's go for it. Hey, it's Sebastian from the Metal Gods Meltdown, and today I'm joined by.
Vivs Takahashi of Flowerleaf.
It's great to be chatting to you this evening. Your album Stronger has been out a while. How do you think it's been received by fans and the general public so far?
It actually has been very well received as our debut album. People liked it a lot. We've got a lot of followers, not just on social media, but on Spotify as well. And and when we play live, it's also great. Like people apparently like our music.
Here we go. Here we go. Right. How does the songwriting process work within the band? Is it mainly down to yourself?
Yeah, all the songs are written by me. Uh, my husband, who is the bass player, he helps me a little bit, but I tend to be a little bit controlling when it comes to songwriting, and it's like my music. But I always accept suggestions from him. And now that we got other band members, because when we wrote Stronger, we did not have a full band. It was just my husband and I. And now that we have the full band, the writing process is going to change. It's already changing. So, yeah, I have to accept people's ideas a little bit more.
Okay, cool. So, how have you kept yourself occupied during these crazy days of lockdowns and uncertainty? I saw you did a version of We Will Stand United. How
Yeah.
how did that all come together?
Oh, that was so awesome. I wanted to release a video for the song We Will Stand that is in the album. And so I said, okay, I'm just going to release a lyric video because I cannot shoot a music video right now. So I talked to Marina Latohaka, who is the singer that sings with me in the album. And she said, yeah, sure, you can use my image for the lyric video. And then I was like, yeah, but this song talks about um, the strength of women when they are together. And so I'm gonna ask other girls to allow me to use their images on the music video as well. And so all the girls that are there, I invited them. They were like, yeah, this is a great idea. Of course, you can use my image. And after we released the lyric video, I was like, what if we re-recorded the song with all of these girls?
Mhm.
They were all in, and it was crazy because of course we couldn't record everybody in the same studio. We all recorded in our own home studios, and then our producer, he did all the magic to bring everything together because he didn't know what kind of sound he would get, the quality, in which equipment things were recorded. So it was really like very, very good job that he did there. And yeah, and then everyone shot the video in their own houses as well.
Yeah.
And after that, then Marina Latohaka, the original singer, she asked me what if we did an acoustic version for it.
Wow.
I'm like, yeah, let's do this. And so again, we recorded in our own home studios the acoustic version, and we made that video that is also on YouTube. So I've been very busy actually. Oh, the album came out actually not this year. The album is was released in 2018.
Right.
What we released this year was just we released a single in January or
Right.
February. I'm not sure. That is it's the song "All My Life," and this song is a part of the album,
Mhm.
but it was not on Spotify.
Right.
It was just in the physical, in the
Mhm.
CD. Yeah. So everybody who got the CD got the song "All My Life," but it was not officially on Spotify. So I decided to release "All My Life" on streaming, and yeah, I released that, and then the We Will Stand versions. So these versions came out this year.
Right. Okay. So, how important do you feel Patron has been to you guys, especially during this period?
It has been very important for me, really, really important. Not only because of COVID and stuff, but mostly because I am a new immigrant. because I live in Germany. I'm from Brazil.
Yeah.
And since I arrived in Germany, and this was last year, in the beginning of last year, things have been, I've been struggling financially, I would say, because until you settle down, there's a lot of things to do. And my husband's visa didn't come out until like 3 months ago. So he had to stay all this time without working. So we were like, how are we going to pay our bills? So the bureaucracy that we had to face that did not allow us to have like regular jobs and stuff. So it was very hard. So in the beginning of the year, I came with the idea of getting a Patreon, but I did not really know what I was doing there. I'm like, okay, I got a Patreon. What am I going to offer? Like, who's going to follow me here? Like, who's interested in me? You know, I am in the beginning of my career as a metal singer. Yeah, because I've been working as an artist for many, many years. But as a metal singer, I am in the beginning of my career. So who's going to want to support me? And so I did not actually promote it. I started promoting my Patreon, I think 4 or 5 months after I put it up. And then I saw that, yes, there were people who wanted to support me.
Yeah.
And this was like, I felt so, so humbled and so honored by that. And so I thought, okay, so I got to do things for them. And all the ideas and how to work on Patreon, everything just came naturally. And it was very, very helpful. Even though it's not like a huge amount of money, they know. I thank them every day, every hangout that I have with my patrons. I thank them, and they know how much I'm grateful for them.
That's brilliant to hear. It's always a lifesaver at the moment, isn't it? Absolutely.
Yeah.
So are there plans to release a new album in 2021?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not gonna be an album, but it's not gonna be an EP.
Right.
It's gonna be something else. Like, we are working on a big project. It was supposed to be an album. Yeah. But then, and this album, I cannot say the title yet, but this album was supposed to be like a book, and the songs were chapters of this book. But then I thought, what if our chapters were like not one song, but 4 or 5 songs? So we are going to release chapters.
Wow. Okay. Sounds interesting.
It is. So it's like it's like a huge album, but we are breaking it down in many releases.
That sounds excellent. So when abouts in the new year do you think that will be, roughly? Can you give us a date? Or
Yeah, we don't. I mean, of course, we have our schedule, and we hope to keep up with our schedule. But there are some things that we don't know how they're gonna happen, like because of COVID. For example, we need to have a photo shoot. Can we have a photo shoot? Can we have like a video shoot? Can we get the band together to rehearse? We don't know. So yeah, everything is in our schedule, and we're gonna follow it as best as we can. And if everything goes right, in the first semester, we're gonna have new material released. But that's not only up to us, because the songs are ready. We are finishing the recordings. So as for the musical part, it's done.
right.
And it's the new songs are so
Brilliant.
but there's all this other part of releasing an album that's not just music. Yeah, we need photos, we need videos, we need a lot of stuff, and then we need to get together to do that. So we don't know.
It is crazy times, isn't it? It makes it like interviews a bit difficult to sort of like do, because you're like, well, we just don't know, do we? No one knows. But what I'm going to ask you though is, let's forget COVID and talk about live performances. COVID's finished; it's never happened, or something like that. So plans for the new year, then? You've already said about doing an album, or doing as you said, a sort of like, how can you describe it? It's not sort of a concept.
The chapters. It's the chapters.
Chapters. Yeah. Okay. So for the new year, then, hopefully with social distancing, blah blah blah, you may be able to get out and tour or even do a festival, if not a live stream. Have you thought about doing live streams, or is that something you've already been doing?
Yes, we thought about it. I've been doing live streamings not only for my patrons, but also on my Instagram. I am constantly live streaming there, either just talking or singing or playing. Cause like I took ukulele as a hobby, and then I started this ukulele metal, where, but like it's very basic because I just learned it. I'm learning it, but I'm just having fun because it's just a hobby. So I've been doing these live streamings. We had we had two Flowerleaf live streamings. One with just me and my husband. That was during the first lockdown here that we couldn't really meet anybody else. And then another one in October, November, something like that, with our drummer as well, but just acoustic, like both the drummer and Marcelo were playing the acoustic guitar and I was playing the ukulele and singing. And that was just on Instagram, very simple, because Instagram is like, it's nothing fancy. Yeah, if you go on YouTube or if you go on Twitch, then it has to be a little more high quality. But it was nothing fancy. But for the next year, yes, we are planning on touring, and we're gonna do our best to get some dates, if possible. Again, we don't know how that's gonna be, but we do have some dates that the whole band already agreed. Like, okay, let's try these dates and see what happens. But live streaming with the whole band, I'm not sure. Because this really requires a nice location to do it. Like we cannot do this from our rehearsal room.
Yep.
And it needs, we're gonna need people to operate the sound, and we're gonna need a sound engineer, just like a show.
Yeah, basically.
Without audience. So it requires more people involved, more quality of video, of sound, and all of that. So with all the releases that we're gonna do with the chapters and stuff, I don't know if we're gonna have time to do it.
I know. Okay then. So what can we expect from you guys live?
Live?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, because we actually did not talk about that. Right now, we are still rehearsing the Stronger show, because we have like the Stronger show layout.
Right.
And we actually got 2 new additions to the band, and we are rehearsing these 2 new guys. But for the new material, for the new songs show, we are going to add some stuff, but we are still not quite sure how we're going to do that.
Right, okay. So how do you prepare? Sorry, start again. How do you prepare before a performance? Do you get nervous still? Do you rest your voice? What's your pre-performance routine?
Nervous, always. Always. Like, it doesn't matter, because I am also a professional actress, and I worked with theater in Brazil and here as well. I work with theater. And every time I'm gonna go on stage, like I have that stage fright, you know, like, oh my God. But at the same time, that's where I belong. So I like to do it. It's like it's a good nervous, let's say. But how do I prepare? Well, I always stretch my body, because that's important for me to be warm. And this is I say it's very theater people stuff. We like go stretch here, stretch there. And then I warm up my voice always, especially because here it's very cold. And not just my muscles are stiff, I feel that my voice is very stiff as well. So I have to warm up. And I also have my ritual of doing my makeup. Because that for me is the part where, okay, now I'm getting into character, so I gotta get ready for it.
Awesome. Okay, so which 2 tracks from Stronger would you play me to introduce me to your band?
Um, difficult question. I would say Girl in Pearls, because apparently that's a hit. People tend to like this song very much. And I I would say Fire Soul just because it's my favorite.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay, there's the next one. You're at your favorite artist's concert. What song do they close with to make it a perfect night?
Uh, do you want me to give a specific artist?
Your favorite artist. Ooh.
Well, my favorite artist, that's no secret to anybody, that's Tadia.
Right.
Tadia Turunen, she's my favorite of all time. Although I also like Nightwish very much. That's my favorite band. And now to end, oh my god, I never thought about it. It's so many good songs. I don't know. Wait, give me a second. I have no idea really, but I like when they finished with something very powerful and strong. Like I think that Tadia ends with "Until My Last Breath." That's good. That's a good song to
Okay.
end the show.
So this might be the same sort of answer then. You're stuck in quarantine for a year. Which musician, dead or alive, would you have with you? Apart
With
from your husband or your husband?
not my husband. I don't know which musician. I don't know because I don't like people stuck with me in the house actually.
Fair enough.
But if I had to choose one, then maybe I would choose Marky of Alia Tempora, just because we are like sisters now. We became really good friends, and I think we could handle well together. But yeah, I think that if I was stuck with somebody in my house, I would just go crazy.
Fair enough. Okay. So you moved over from Brazil. Why did you move over from Brazil? Was that for the music or
Yes and no. Uh, when my husband and I decided to move, we were like, yeah, we wanted a different life than we had in Brazil.
yeah.
Yeah, because I have a sister who lives in the United States for many years now, and I visited her a couple times, and I was like, oh, she has such a nice life here. I wanted something like this for me as well. But I wouldn't go to the US just because of like cultural things. Like I always loved Europe.
Hmm.
Always, always, all my life. My mother knows that. And when my husband and I we talked about moving, we said, okay, just let's go to Denmark. That was actually our first option.
Mm.
And then in the middle of the way of this idea of moving, we founded Flowerleaf. So
Right.
Flowerleaf came after the idea of moving. And then we said, okay, if we're going to have a heavy metal band, it doesn't make any sense to go to Denmark. We should go to Germany.
Totally. Yeah.
And that's what we did.
I get that. Yeah. Totally. Absolutely in the right place. So why the band name Flowerleaf?
I'm the flower, he's the leaf.
I sort of knew that before. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Right. Okay, so one of your songs from Stronger could appear on any soundtrack or any film or TV series. Which one would you choose and why?
Hmm. I think that Rise Again could be a nice soundtrack for an action movie.
Awesome.
It has like those strong riffs and yeah, and a nice beat. So it could be a nice song for an action movie. And I love action movies. So,
Brilliant. Okay, so what's your favorite action movie?
well, I say that I love action movie, but I only watch Marvel. So,
Oh dear, fair enough. Okay. Next one then. 4 words to describe Flowerleaf.
four,
Yeah, four.
um, powerful, melodic, catchy, and awesome.
Brilliant answer. Okay, nearly finished with you. Just the 5 questions now, like either or either. So, first one, festival or small intimate gig?
Festival.
Vinyl or digital?
Digital.
Okay. Brazilian food. Can't talk. Brazilian food or German food?
Brazilian, definitely. 100%.
Symphonic metal or classic metal?
Symphonic.
And the last one, Carnival or Oktoberfest?
Oktoberfest.
Awesome. Great answers. Okay, do you have any final words for your fans and our listeners and watchers?
I would like to thank everybody who's watching. Thank you for sticking with us. And if you could follow Flowerleaf on all social media, we are everywhere, and comment and share and like our posts, because this is the most helpful thing that you can do for us. And also on Spotify, follow us, like, share. This makes a huge difference for us. And of course, if you can buy the merch and support me on Patreon, that is brilliant.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time.